welcome to another episode. We're going to be doing basically a tutorial of how to do the R6 dash in 4-door 7-gen Civic. Easy. Usually the 2-door is a lot easier, but we're not going to be covering the 2-door. We're going to be covering the 4-door. But before we get onto that, I want to say thank you for everybody that's been subscribing. Really appreciate it. It's amazing. If you're new to the channel and you're watching it for the first time, just hit the thumbs up, click the subscribe if you're into the content. If you're not, hey, thanks for stopping by. Guys, please share the hell out of the content. Let's get this page out there. Really love doing these videos, like I said on an earlier video, and I'm going to be taking some time away from car shows, just getting kind of repetitive and boring, so I'm just going to be focusing more on the es1 and the el. Finally put together some more parts to mount on them, so we're going to be getting some more videos done on some installs. I will keep that in mind that we will be doing some small events like the kseries. I'm planning on doing the closer, just because there's just more things to do, and instead of just being in a building watching the same cars parked, at least there's time attack, drift, drag, you know what I mean? So we're gonna be doing more of that. Civic should be going in soon to be doing the new LSD diff, because I'm getting tired of the one wheel spin, and before the season's over, I at least want to take it to the track at least once and see what she can do on the grid. But without further ado, guys, let's get right into it. Basically, I'm not going to be doing an install because I already have it in the car, but I'm just going to be giving you guys the walkthrough about it, because a lot of guys on Instagram with the 7-gen ES1s have asked me how I've done it, and the swap has been done about maybe 4 to 6 years ago, give or take, and it was all trial and error in this garage with Mercer, and the outcome was great. Honestly, you guys got to first start off by taking off your stock dash, and that's easy. Taking out the dash skin and all that. You got to take off your cluster, your center unit for your radio and whatnot, climate controls, and that's the easy part. Then you got the bolts. Not that much bolts, but they're also not in a difficult place. The hardest part is separating the dash harness, because you will have to remove your factory skeleton for your dash, because you're gonna have to use the RSX one, and you can put back your original harness for the dash, because it's honestly really simple. Guys, so what you're gonna do once you have all your factory stuff out, you mounted the DC5 skeleton in, you re-put your factory harness in and everything, before you actually put the dash skin in, what you're gonna have to do is right by the windshield side, you're gonna have to trim a full inch right across it. All right, that pretty much takes off the VIN number and everything off the R6 dash, which is all right, because here in Canada you don't really need the dash VIN, because you have it right over here. So that in mind, after you do that, the dash should slide in relatively, wow, I just made up my own word, relatively pretty easy, because you have the skeleton in it. She goes in nice. One thing I will note that I screwed up big time on, and kind of paying the price for it now, but then again, I don't really drive the car in cold weather. The vents, the passageways that you have from your heater core for your factory one, I only use 2 of them, but they don't work 100%, because I also did the 2 pods on the dash. But if you're not running the pods on the dash, you're gonna run full heat and everything. Keep the RSX ones, all right? Or else you won't get heat to the windshield, and heat's just gonna disperse everywhere. So I made that mistake. Don't do the same mistake. Run the stock RSX pass tubes for the heater core, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, once you got that, start bolting up everything. Put your RSX cluster, everything. Oh, sorry, getting ahead of myself. Before you actually do the RSX cluster, and the climate control. It's really easy to wire it up. I was about to jump this complete step. Basically, just match wire for wire. Literally, it's that simple. Color for color. I believe when you're doing up the cluster, you're gonna have maybe 4 or 5 extra wires. I don't know what they're for. They don't seem to do anything. I guess some features that the RSX has that the ES1s don't have. But I have 0 issues. It runs amazing, works amazing, acts complete OEM. Complete OEM. So that's for the climate control. That's for the cluster. Sorry, I'm getting lost for words. So yeah, the cool neat thing about it, because the RSX cluster does display which door is open on the DC5, it also works for the ES1. So although the cluster only shows the front and the back, front and right door, left right door, Jesus Christ. So when you open both front and left and right doors, it shows the indicator on the cluster. You close those up, you open the back doors, it also shows it on the cluster, but being the front ones. So that's a pretty cool little neat thing, like OEM almost. Climate controls, wired up the same thing. That's pretty much it. And once you get to it, you start bolting up your center console. Everything seems like it works nice. And yeah, relatively you use your shifter box. You want to go K-tune shifter box, whatever you want to use, doesn't really matter. Both cars have the same shifter boxes. This is where I also screwed up again. I threw out my OEM e-brake, thinking that I'm just gonna rock the DC5 one. It's nicer and it's from a DC5. It works. Only downside, it's short, so it's not as tall as ours. So I threw mine out like a dummy, and then I was stuck without an e-brake because the DC5 won't work on the ES1 because it's too short. So I had to go back to the wreckers and, you know, get another one off another 7 gens, strip that apart just to get to the e-brake handle. And as you can see, that's how it fits. It's not as nice as the DC5 one, but you know, it works. That's all that matters. Also noting one last thing, the A-pillars from a DC5 will not work on your car. All right, maybe on the EM2. I know the EM2 pretty much use everything from an RSX. I'm not too sure. I don't own the EM2. I own the ES1, as you can tell. But you have to shim your factory A-pillars just a touch, and it bolts right in. You have minimal gaps. You barely notice. Obviously, this dash is not designed for the ES1, but you know, I want it to be different, and I'm super happy with the way it came out because it's unique. And you know, a lot of you guys with the 7 gens have asked me on Instagram, and instead of me always typing it and whatnot, I figured let me make a tutorial or whatever you want to call this video, just to help everybody out, because you know what, I love to see what everybody does with their own spin on things. Man, sorry, my allergies are killing me. So with that being said, one other thing that you'll notice is our factory dashes, this piece right here hugs onto the actual frame of the car. Well, on the DC5 it's more in. So if you're stripping a DC5 or you have a full parts DC5 car, awesome. Just grab this rubber right here from a DC5 because it wraps all the way around, and then you just make your trim right over here, right there where it meets our plastics, and right there, and it's voila, done. So you know, I added my own little spin to things. I put a push to start and my pods and whatnot. So I went a little bit more, and that's pretty much it. Everything else bolts up like it does factory. Oh, yeah, no, that's about it that I can think of. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much to it. I know I can't really actually show you how it was done because obviously I already have it done in the ES1, but I figured instead of me always typing it and you know going back and forth with the messages, I just make a quick little tutorial video, you know, of what the basics is. It's honestly not that hard. The hardest part me and Mercer found, aside from finding all the research to make it work, was pretty much just the harness. like taking apart the harness because of the way it's raveled inside the skeleton and whatnot. That was the hardest part. And after that, we got it pretty much rolling. It was nice. We had little minor issues because obviously it was a trial and error thing, and then we perfected it. You know, we've already helped some guys already do it, like a good buddy of mine, Lewis, in the States, in the Massachusetts area. He's already done one. He bought a full parts car RSX, did the swap and everything into his ES1, and you know, I walked him through it years ago, and that came out fantastic on his car, man. And you know, a couple other guys in Brazil have asked me, and you know, knowledge is power, and I'd like to share it with everyone. Alright guys, sorry about that. My dog started going crazy. He's barking at the door, so I had to go check it out what it was. Sorry about that. But the good news is, I got my package from Japan. That I've been waiting for, the ES1, and it's finally here. And now I'm super stoked. I might as well open it and show you guys what it is. It wasn't actually being part of the plan for today's video, but it's here. I'm going to open it up. I'm just going to finish off what I was saying. Basically was, yeah, I wanted to do this little quick tutorial, how it's done. Saves me a bunch of time texting and explaining everybody over Instagram how it's done. Hopefully it's helpful. It's not the greatest video I've done, but I'm hoping that it helps you guys out in doing the dash conversion. I guess if like you're in Europe or Brazil or whatnot, where it's all right-hand drive, I'm assuming it would be the same thing. You know, if someone following does have a right-hand drive ES1 and they do this, please send me pics on my Instagram. It's at the end of the video at Paul Fodor, same as the YouTube channel. So if you guys do a right-hand drive RSX dash conversion on an ES1, man, send that in. I want to see it because I love seeing everybody's builds because they're fantastic. And you know, like I said, knowledge is power, right? So whatever I know, I'd like to teach on to you guys and help you guys, so you guys can put your own twists on my like ideas I've had, because it's fantastic. And you know, the car community, we all got to come together and do some great stuff. Not only 7 gens and everything, but like everything, every model car. You know, let's stop the hate, because there's too much hatred going on in this car scene here in Canada, and even in the States. You know, there's no room for pettiness and shit. Let's all get together. But without further ado, let's crack this bitch open. And it is exactly what I've been waiting for. Honestly, thought it was going to take me a lot longer to get it, but now I'm more super stoked than I've ever been. This is the final piece for the rear end that I needed for the new look. As you can see from the Import Expo video, I got rid of the IV Tech stickers on the doors, and I swapped them out for the Civic Fiero VIRS. And if you follow me on Instagram, I've rebadged the Civic with the Civic OEM badge from Honda, brand new, with the Fiero badge with it. And this will not disappoint. As you can see, genuine Honda parts from Japan. eBay sometimes does not get you rip-off shit. If you search good enough, you'll find someone. You know what I mean? The seller was honestly great. Had to use Google Translation to speak to the guy, but it is a genuine part, and it is what I like to call a goldie. Bear with me, boys. Damn Honda and their packaging. And here's the final piece, everyone, for the rear bumper under the taillight, VIRS. Now, I know the VIRS was from the EG Fiero and the EK Fiero. The 7 Gen ones, they didn't come with door moldings. They didn't even come with the logos on the door. They just came with the Civic Fiero badge on the left side under the taillight, and then the RS badge on the right side of the taillight and the grille. So I wanted to switch it up because I'm a big fan of the VIRS logos and everything. So, you know, the cool thing about cars, you always add your own twist to it. So, I made my VIRS Civic Firo Spoon ES1. So, big thanks to that eBay seller for having it at a good price. And that's gonna conclude this video, guys. Like I said, I hope this video has been helpful. That it's, you know, pass on some knowledge to you guys where you find it helps you. You know, like I said, not the greatest video. Sorry, but you know, I'm not gonna really pull off the dash and everything just to put it back on. So figured a quick tutorial, and I'm rambling on. I'm sorry about that, but yeah. Also, I have found a new camera I'm going to be using. So in the coming weeks, I will be purchasing it, and we won't be doing it with the Samsung Galaxy S8 no more. Just moving it up a little bit. So yeah, guys, thanks for following. This journey so far is not over. We've got lots of stuff to do on this car and the Mugen EL. So thank you guys for staying with it. Thank you guys for all the positive feedback on the channel. I really appreciate it. Even the ones that have been slightly negative, that's all cool. You know, everybody's got their own opinions, and I respect that. So guys, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment if you like, and you know, share the hell out of this content, guys. Thank you. Peace out. One love.